I once watched a junior admin send a service inventory to an audit team that looked fine on his screen and completely useless in Excel. The headers were things like class ID and page header entries, not server names, service names, or startup types. Nothing was hacked, nothing was corrupted. He had done exactly what felt natural: make the output pretty with Format-Table, then pipe it to Export-Csv. That one habit turned useful objects into display instructions. The report had to be rebuilt, the meeting moved, and the lesson stuck. Pretty output is not portable data. On one machine, you can eyeball, get service, and maybe copy a few lines. Across 50 servers, that method collapses. Across 500, it becomes fiction. The console is optimized for a human looking right now. Reports, tickets, audits, and incident reviews need repeatable records. The same properties, the same columns, and no mystery formatting layer. The naive pipeline is usually command, Format-Table, Export-Csv. It reads like English. Get the thing, format the thing, save the thing. But PowerShell is not passing text most of the time. It is passing objects. Once you format those objects, you have thrown away the structure that Export-Csv needed. Here is the rule I teach new admins. Format-Table, format list, and the other format-commandlets are for eyeballs, and they go last. Format-Table does not make a better object. It creates formatting records that tell the host how to paint columns on the screen. That is why Format-Table output can look perfect while the next command receives junk for automation purposes. Export-Csv wants raw objects so it can inspect properties and turn them into comma-separated values. ConvertTo-Json wants raw objects so it can serialize properties into JavaScript object notation. If another command needs to consume the result, do not format it first. The safe pattern is simple. First, get objects, for example, get service. Second, shape the object if you need specific fields. Select object name, display name, status, StartType. Third, send those raw shaped objects to the data command, Export-Csv with a path and NoTypeInformation, or ConvertTo-Json with a sensible depth. Only after that, if you want a screen view, pipe the same object set to Format-Table. That means the display command is the last command in that particular pipeline. If you need both a file and a screen view, store the objects in a variable, export the variable, then format the variable for display. Let us make this real. Help desk opens a ticket. Security wants a quick inventory of services on your admin workstation with name, display name, status, and startup type. Do not begin with Format-Table. Run get service and pipe it to select object name, display name, status, start type. Store that in $sesvc. Now export records with $sesvc piped to export.csv. NoTypeInformation. If another system wants structured data, pipe $sesvc to ConvertTo-Json Depth 2 and out file. For human review, use $sesvc pipe to Format-Table name, status, start type, AutoSize. If you have Out-GridView available, $sesvc Out-GridView is great for eyeballs, sorting, and filtering. A few traps still catch good admins. Format-Table can truncate wide properties because it is fitting a screen, not preserving a record. -AutoSize can require PowerShell to inspect the whole result before displaying it, so do not throw it casually at massive output. Windows PowerShell 5.1 and PowerShell 7 differ on CSV encoding. 5.1 defaults to ASCII, while PowerShell 7 uses UTF-8 without a byte order mark. That matters for names with non-English characters. Out-GridView is built into many Windows PowerShell 5.1 desktops, but not PowerShell 7 by default. In PowerShell 7, use the Microsoft PowerShell.Graphical Tools module where appropriate. And remember, formatting after export is fine. Formatting before export is the problem. This lesson sits right in the middle of the object pipeline. Earlier, you learned that PowerShell passes objects, not just strings. Today is where that starts saving you from bad reports. The normal admin flow is get objects, filter with where object when needed, choose properties with select object, export or convert for records, then format for humans. This same pattern applies later to Active Directory, group policy object reporting, event log analysis, access control list reviews, and fleet automation. When someone says their CSV is weird, one of my first questions is, did you format before exporting? Very often, that is the whole incident. Try this safely on your workstation. It is read-only except for write-in files in your current folder. Run p = get process select object, name, ID, CPU, working set. Then run p equals Export-Csv.processesGood.csv, NoTypeInformation. Open that CSV and confirm the headers are process properties. Now, for learning only, run get process, Format-Table, name, ID, CPU, Export-Csv.processesbad.csv, NoTypeInformation. Open the bad file and compare it. You will see formatting metadata instead of useful records. Delete both files when finished. If you are in a test virtual machine or lab organizational unit, repeat the same pattern with any read-only inventory command. 3 beats to lock in. First, PowerShell Format-Table makes display instructions. It does not make better data. Second, Export-Csv and ConvertTo-Json need raw objects, or at least objects shaped with select object, not formatting records. Third, the admin role is format-as commands always come last in a pipeline. Use Out-GridView when you want an interactive human view. Use Export-Csv when you need records someone can keep, diff, attach to a ticket, or hand to audit. Tomorrow we keep building the foundation. Cleaner pipelines, fewer surprises, and habits that survive contact with real fleets. New PowerShell episode daily on this channel.